CNN published recently an incomplete list of rich, famous, and powerful white men who have been accused of sexual misconduct and worse. Notable for his absence on the list is the President of the United States. That is the prevailing story anyway. I have read it on numerous occasions since the Times broke the Weinstein scandal, triggering a welcomed wave of accountability for otherwise untouchable men. But I'm not convinced. The prevailing story is based on an assumption: Trump won the election. Ergo, Trump has paid no price. But it's not that simple. There's some truth to the prevailing story, obviously, but it's not clear Trump paid nothing for the revelation that he's a sexual predator. Voters in rich suburbs historically favoring Republicans chose Hillary Clinton. Some religious conservatives could not condone Trump's cynical pandering to their faith. Other Republicans, like those steeped in foreign policy matters, found him too inept or too dangerous to support. While it's unclear whether his lechery caused such people to bolt, what is clear is that he was unpopular on day one. You could argue he paid no price. Just as plausible is that he paid dearly right from the start. And he keeps paying. If we take his sexual predation as one aspect of a larger personality profile thick with lechery, corruption and greed, a profile that agglomerates his conflicts of interest and Russia, we can see why a new Gallup survey found his approval rating at 33%. These character flaws, moreover, may be snowballing politically in ways not quite comprehensible, but no less apparent. The Public Religion and Research Institute found a near majority believes the Russian government tried to hurt Clinton to help Trump. Another poll from Public Policy Polling found support for impeachment at a record high, 49%. Again, you could say the president paid nothing for a reputation for lechery, but you could also say that reputation has caused him pain. To be short, the Republicans in Congress have not stood up to Trump. They have relied on the "I'm concerned about the president's tweets," but more focused on the country's business position. While that can be seen as tacit approval, it isn't, because politics doesn't work that way. The default position for every Republican should be unquestioned solidarity with the effective head of the Republican Party. That many congressional Republicans, especially in the Senate, have kept Trump at arm's length sends all kinds of signals to Republican voters that something is up. Those signals, along with Trump's troglodytic temperament, may be giving a percentage of Republican voters incentive to stop identifying as Republicans. They are calling themselves independents. Along with self-identified Democrats, nearly all of whom categorically panned the president, the independents are pushing his disapproval rating to historic heights. This process of dealignment, as it's called in political science, has been happening for years, but it has since gone into overdrive. This is not to say such independents would not vote for the president again or that they would not support Republicans. But their dealingment warns incumbent Republicans in the Congress that all is not well and to tread lightly. Dealingment also gives rise to misinterpretation. Jeff Greenfield is a sober Washington observer, but I think he's misguided in saying recently that Trump need not worry about getting impeached because he has the backing of his party. To be short, polling show large majorities of Republicans favoring Trump. But as I said, surveys do not indicate and cannot indicate how many Republicans have stopped identifying as Republicans. Many of them may be in fact warming up to impeachment. I have no doubt partisanship, sexism and other factors helped Trump limp over the finish line in 2016. But to say he has not been held to account overlooks the fundamental difference between a private citizen like Harvey Weinstein and the President of the United States.